Jones. Tatum. Abrams. Merritt. Stafford Marbury.
Present.
Agee. Anderson.
Present. Without any objection, the addendum will become part of tonight's agenda. There's no minutes for this council meeting. We will have, during our communications, we're gonna have the swearing in of our charter review committee. We'll have our department reports.
Council President, just tell them procedurally. So yeah, we're gonna have everybody come up
Oh,
at the
okay, you
same
want me to tell them that
time,
part,
and the
okay.
mayor's gonna swear them instead of one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, so the charter review committee, everyone will come up at the same time, and the mayor will swear them in. So we'll have everyone come up at the same time. Moving towards the legislations. Ordinance number 2026-01, an ordinance waiving for the period January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 26, the 100% escrow requirement to correct violations resulting from point-of-sale inspections per Chapter 1494 of the codified ordinances of the city of Maple Heights to offer an incentive to individuals who purchase residential properties and occupy such residential properties, declaring it an emergency. And this is on the second reading. Is there any discussion? So we will decide tonight if we're gonna make a motion to suspend the rules and pass it on resolution and pass this resolution on emergency. Resolution number 2026-04, a resolution approving the mayor's renewal of her appointment of Dennis G. Kennedy as part-time finance director beginning February 15th, 26, and declaring an emergency. And this resolution is on its first reading, so we'll make a motion to suspend the rules and pass this on emergency. Ordinance number 2026-05, an ordinance establishing a special revenue fund entitled Payroll Stabilization Fund, number 297, and adopting and adding new section 240.15 to the codified ordinances of the city of Maple Heights and declaring an emergency. And this ordinance is on its first reading, and is there any discussion? So we will make a decision to suspend the rules and pass this on emergency, if so. Resolution number 2026-06, resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Cuyahoga County Board of Health, CCBH, to provide the U.S. EPA Phase 2 stormwater services for the period January 1st, 2026, December 31st, 2030, and declaring an emergency. And so this is on its first reading, so we will make that decision if we want to to suspend the rules. Is there any discussion? Councilman Abrams?
Yeah, I really didn't understand that one. Could that get further explained?
Okay, we'll have our engineer Matt explain that.
Great, thank you. So what this resolution is, this basically, this allows the city to enter into an MOU with the Board of Health, and it's at no cost to the city, first off, so I'll state that up front. But this is what this allows us to do is every year we have to submit, Chagrin Valley Engineering on behalf of the city submits a report to the Ohio EPA. It's called the MS4 annual permit. So that's for the municipal separate storm sewer system. And we have to show compliance with 6 different minimum control measures as part of that. The Board of Health provides services to the city on 2 of those 6 measures free of cost through our association with the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. So this memorandum of understanding basically what you're doing is you're giving the health department permission to do that work on behalf of the sewer district. And that's all that this is. And again, it's something that we do on a rotating basis. They have it as a 5-year setup here, but they do it on a rotating basis to provide those services. The specific services they're providing are minimum control measure 3, which is illicit discharge detection. That's basically sampling outfalls. Looking for impurities in stormwater. And then the other one is minimum control measure 6, which is pollution prevention, good housekeeping. That's typically a training session that they provide to city employees so that they basically know what to do as far as like protecting the storm system. So, and thank you.
Resolution number 2026-07, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with YRM Corp. For the sale of 3 vacant lots owned by the city through its land reutilization program located at 14843, 14875, and 14901 Granger Road. Permanent parcels number 784-30021, 784-30022, and 784-30023 for a total purchase price of $9,000 to build a 3-story multi-family dwelling and declaring an emergency. This resolution is on its first reading, and we will decide.
Council President, I'd like to withdraw this resolution. Thank you.
Chair,
Council Jones?
could we go back to 2026-05, since it's a new created fund, to have the finance director speak to that?
Yes. Is he here? Mr. Kennedy, if you can come forward, please.
Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
This fund is something that I have established in all the other jurisdictions I worked in. It really serves 2 purposes. One is to accumulate resources for the year. Every 11 years, there's an extra pay period that the city has to pay out a payroll. So the next one for the city will be 2032 in 6 years. What this allows the city to do is set aside money incrementally every year. So when you get to that payroll, you don't have to budget specifically for it in that year. It smooths out your budget process and will allow to keep the departments within their historical ranges as opposed to bumping everybody up for that extra pay period. So by then, you're probably going to be looking at, $500,000 in terms of what your costs will be for actual payroll, pension contributions, that sort of thing. So this fund is supplied by annual transfers. The second purpose that it serves is to allow for accumulation of funding so that when employees in a specific department retire or terminate, and we have pretty substantial payouts, that money will not come out of their annual budget. It will come out of this fund. Again, that's to smooth out the departmental budgets over time so as not to make the department responsible for something that's pretty much out of their control, because you can't predict when somebody's going to resign, even though they may be eligible. And in termination payments, those can be pretty hefty, especially with folks that have been around for a while. I will tell you, when I was in the city of Brooklyn, we had the fire chief and the assistant fire chief resign within 1 week of each other, and we had $220,000 of termination payments to make. So that was something that can't really be forecast or foreseen. So this will allow us to set aside monies every year, both for the extra payroll that happens and for these termination payments. It's allowed by the revised code. It does not require independent auditor approval since it is established in the revised code. And like I said, I've pretty much had it in every jurisdiction that I've been in prior to this. Any questions? Thank you.
Next, we have resolution number 2026-08, a resolution authorizing the Community Life and Education Committee to expend public funds and accept private donations to host the following 2026 community events: Black History Month, Women's History Month, Memorial Day Parade, Juneteenth, voter registration, Hoop It Up, Trunk or Treat, Unity in the Community, Cleanup Day, and Thanksgiving, and a Christmas holiday events, and declaring an emergency. Councilwoman AG, would you like for this to pass on emergency?
Council President,
Yes.
it can go through all three readings, please. But, yes, but I want to remove voter registration. Thank you.
So, Council President, for the next meeting, then we'll make it with the introducer's requested amendment, so it'll appear as amended with that deleted then.
Thank you very much. Next, we have resolution number 2026-09, a resolution granting the East Ohio Gas Company, DBA Enbridge Gas Ohio, and Ohio Corporation, gas line pipe easement on permanent parcels number 781-03-008 and 781-03-067, and temporary construction easement upon the whole of permanent partial numbers 781-03-008, 781-03-050, and 781-03-067 for the repair, replacement, construction, or installation of the gas pipeline as required for the Greenhurst Road Bridge demolition project, and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents necessary to grant the temporary construction easement and declaring an emergency. And we have Matt here.
Yes.
That's it.
All right, thanks again. This is actually pretty self-explanatory the way it reads. Essentially, what's happening is as part of the Greenhurst Bridge demo project. That's that closed bridge right where it used to bend over to McCracken. When that project is going to be happening this year, beginning in a few months actually, the actual demolition of the bridge. As part of that project, there is a gas line that actually is. Off the top of my head, I don't remember if it's actually suspended from the bridge or if it's located directly under the bridge. I think it's suspended from the bridge. But either way, that gas line has to be relocated as part of this project. So the gas line is actually being moved east of the bridge onto property that's owned by the city. It's the same property that's being used to create the turnarounds that are happening at what's now going to be the two permanent dead ends of Greenhurst and McCracken. So in that area, that's where the gas line is going to go. They need a temporary construction easement over the entirety of those properties in order to build the gas line, and then there's going to be a permanent easement situated on those properties that will encompass the limits of the gas line itself. Again, there's no cost associated with this. This is strictly us taking property that the city already owns and establishing easements on it for the gas line to move, so that the gas service can continue to occur unimpeded in that neighborhood. Yeah, I would need this emergency with suspension tonight if at all possible, just to keep the project on schedule. Great, thank you.
We have no expenditures over 25,000. We do? So is there any questions for the list of expenditures?
Over 25.
Over 25,000? Nope.
Okay. Okay, and then so we'll move forward and vote on that tonight.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
Does anybody, let's say anybody has any objection?